What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Manhattan. We're on the corner of 28th Street and 6th Avenue. And on today's walking tour, we're going to be commuting all the way back to Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Vanderbilt. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. It's a beautiful night, and the Empire State Building is lit up in this very bright green color. It's honestly one of my favorite color schemes. I mean, look at that. How unique is that? We're going to be walking through Herald Square. We'll also be walking past New York City's Koreatown. As well as passing a lot of new developments. There's a lot of new residential developments that are going up all along 6th Avenue, particularly leading into 34th Street. There's a lot of rental apartments here. And one of my predictions is that I believe the Penn 2 project, which is part of the massive revitalization effort of the Penn District, is going to be so successful that it's going to attract more developers to the neighborhood to really focus on residential development, particularly for rental residential as opposed to condominiums. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at all of the new construction in the Penn District right now, pretty much all of it is commercial. And I'm talking about commercial Class A office. And we've been seeing this tremendous push for return to work and return to office. And I've been watching a lot of the data and the metrics, and we are back to 2019 levels in terms of office attendance. So people are already back to work. And if they're back to work, that means people are going to need a place to stay and a place to live, a place to rent. And I think a lot of people are starting to adjust from, living life in suburbia to starting to migrate back into Manhattan. So I would not be surprised if we start to see a tidal wave of plans that are filed to the city for residential construction, all up and down 6th Avenue, around the Penn District, and even going all the way up to 8th Avenue. I think a lot of that area is going to be redeveloped because it's kind of nasty up there. If you ever walked 8th Avenue past the New Yorker Hotel, it's a little bit of a lost block, and I think the Penn District or the Penn 2 project with that revitalization effort is really going to force a pretty big change, which is great. You can see a lot of people commuting home on bikes. And here you have the 33rd Street entrance to the PATH train, which will take you out to New Jersey. Now, I haven't taken the PATH train in a while. The last time I took the PATH train was during the pandemic because, as you know, the pandemic was cartoonishly ridiculous. New Jersey, over in Hoboken, had a completely different set of rules than here in Manhattan. So what a lot of people would do on the weekends is they would take the PATH train to New Jersey so they could eat inside at the restaurant. They didn't have to eat outside, with the rats and the freezing cold in the outdoor dining sheds in Manhattan. So to circumvent that and kind of get around it, a lot of people just took the train 2 miles to New Jersey so they could eat inside in the warmth as opposed to outside freezing. Now, I always get a kick out of the box truck here. And what I'm about to say, you might not believe, but this box truck has been parked there since the New Year's Eve ball drop of 2021. It's not an exaggeration. Literally, if you go back on our live streams, you'll see this exact box truck. New Year's Eve 2021, I was standing right here starting the stream, filming this box truck that hasn't moved since all that time. Pretty crazy. In any event, we'll take another quick zoom in on the Empire State Building. And now we are on the corner of 32nd Street, which is Korea Way, the very start of Koreatown in New York. Quick little piece of New York City history here. If you look through this fence, this is the Gimbel Sky Bridge. A throwback to the old Gimbel's department store. Seems pretty busy tonight. There may be a Rangers game. These food delivery bicycle guys can be quite reckless. So much so, there's been so many accidents this year, and even deaths of them barreling down and crashing into pedestrians and other cyclists, that the city today, it's breaking news, just enacted a law, a mandatory 15-mile-an-hour maximum speed limit for all e-bikes. And the mayor of New York City put out a post on X saying that they will be enforcing the speed limit, and if they do go over the speed limit, they're going to be getting a ticket. Okay, there you can see 32nd Street, Korea Way. This is where all the main nightlife is in Koreatown. But we're actually going to be headed northbound now and navigating over to 5th Avenue. Looks like there's some sort of event going on. There's always some awesome stuff going on. always have the people playing ping pong, which is extremely fun. As we approach 34th Street, Herald Square, outside of the main Macy's.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I have heard you come up. Like, you have to send me the link. Did you post it on Instagram?
I always love walking here during rush hour. It's just so electric. Oh wow, this is new. It looks like they've at least started to put the Christmas decorations on the facade of Macy's. That's new. Let's go ahead and check that out. It seems a little bit early for it, but
Addicted to lust, addicted to porn, addicted to women, addicted to all sorts of substances. Then Jesus found me in a really dark place and showed me his grace and showed me his love. Showed me that no matter what I did, that he would still be there for me. That he would still love me. If you feel like you're sinning too much, or you're in darkness or wickedness, or you feel like you don't deserve God, or Jesus won't rescue you and love you because you're sinning, that's the devil. The devil is lying to you. You are completely healed.
so it looks like ever so slowly they're going to be putting the Christmas decorations up on the facade of Macy's. We'll quickly stand off to the side just so you can see it. And earlier today on my way to the office, I saw that they had put up the Christmas tree on top of Radio City Music Hall. Wow, there you have it. Already, ladies and gentlemen, you have the Christmas wreaths on the facade of Macy's. This is an amazing shot of the Empire State Building and the Christmas wreaths in one frame. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it too early for Macy's to be putting up Christmas decorations, being that it is not even Thanksgiving yet? This is the M34 Select Bus Service.
Long-lasting peace, long-lasting joy. That no matter what you're going through, you'll hold your hand through the problem. He doesn't promise that your problems will go away. It's not like, oh, I've accepted Jesus, now my problems go away. No, he promises to hold your hand through the problems. He'll hold your hand through the storm. He'll hold your hand through whatever you're going through. Maybe your boyfriend just broke up with you. Maybe your girlfriend just broke up with you. Maybe you feel lonely. You will never feel lonely if you have Jesus Christ. That's why it's called a relationship. We seek relationship with Jesus Christ. It's not a religion. It's a personal one-on-one with Him.
All right, now we're crossing over to 6th Avenue. And we're going to continue over to 5th. Definitely feels pretty busy tonight in New York. Tons and tons of scaffolding. And right across the street, you have the one and only Empire State Building. Wow, look at how amazing that shot is. Should be a pretty clear night tonight, which means if you go up to the top of the Empire State Building, you're bound to have an amazing view. But as I've said before, my favorite observation attraction in New York City is at the top of One Vanderbilt. This is now the corner of 34th Street and 5th. And we're about to see a beautiful building, which is the CUNY Graduate Center. CUNY stands for City University of New York. Isn't that an amazing building? So stunning. Now, if we were to continue southbound, this would bring us right into Koreatown. And there again is the Empire. in one of the main retail units of the Empire State Building, you have the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. And now we'll head northbound up 5th Avenue. We're now approaching 35th. You know, there's a really good Chinese restaurant that I want to recommend. I believe it's right here on West 35th Street. It's called Chili. Let me see if I can give you guys the exact address. Allow me to pull out my phone. Oh, I apologize. It's actually on 37th Street. In the meantime, look at that view. You can see the very spire of One Vanderbilt in the distance. But if you want to check out that restaurant, here it is. (13 East 37th Street). It's unbelievable. Now, my favorite dish to get there is their beef soup. Let me see if I can find the name of the menu item. But if you go there and just look at the menu, you'll see it. And it's really affordable, and it's by far the best Chinese food I've had. Now, there's also another spot, which is a Thai food restaurant that's coming up, which is unbelievable. I'll give you the name of that too. Now, when you go to this Thai food restaurant, the menu item that you have to order is the scallops. And it's not just like any regular scallop dish. It is so different, it is so unique, and it's unbelievable. I'll get the name for you in just a moment. Now this building here, this Shaver Hall, is going to be a big food court, but this was the original Lord & Taylor building. If I quickly point the camera towards the sky and I zoom in, you could see the original Lord & Taylor logo there. And as a kid, I used to walk here and see all the famous holiday windows. All right, everyone, coming up here on the corner of 39th Street and 5th is a really unbelievable Thai food place. It's called DAG, D-A-G-G. DAG Thai restaurant. And it is really, so this is the scallop dish that I was talking about. It comes just like this, and you wrap it up in these leaves. And it's really unbelievable, but you cannot get that dish to go, because I've tried to do it before, and they will not make it to go. You have to sit there and eat it if you order the scallops, because they prepare it in a specific way. So check it out. It's 10 East 39th Street. Very, very good. Okay, we're now approaching the New York Public Library. This is the Stephen Schwarzman building. As you know, Stephen Schwarzman is the CEO and founder of Blackstone. And this is one of my favorite buildings in all of New York City. You also, across the street, have the brand new New York Public Library. And if you go through these doors, you go to the elevators, take the elevators to the 5th floor, which would be right here. That is the International Finance and Business Center. And you'll be able to use the Bloomberg terminals for free, which is roughly a $30,000 piece of software that bankers, hedge funders, consultants oftentimes pay for. So if you don't want to foot that bill, you can use it for free right there at the New York Public Library. Oh, wow. Look at how interesting this is. We'll have to take a little bit of a detour to check this out because this is quite interesting. You have a big red carpet and all of these beautiful candles leading up to the main entrance of the New York Public Library. Wow. Look at what an amazing building this is. And then you have the two famous lions on either side. Lion number 1 is patience and lion number 1 is fortitude. Many people don't know that, but the lions do have a name. There's always something interesting and unique going on in New York City. This is looking right down Library Way over by Pershing Square. We'll start to head to the corner of 42nd Street because you're going to have these really stunning views of the Chrysler Building. And it's important to appreciate those views for as long as we can, because pretty soon the Grand Hyatt Hotel outside of Grand Central Terminal will be coming down. And in its place is going to be a super tall skyscraper that is going to completely block out the views of the Chrysler Building from 42nd Street and Fifth Avenue. So we'll try to get as much footage of those views as possible before the New York City skyline, that is ever evolving and ever changing, changes as we know it forever.
How's it going? Y'all care about safe portion access? No?
So here you see the Chrysler Building. Beautiful view. And this is One Vanderbilt. Amazing views.
I do donate to the
I'll give you one more shot looking at the Chrysler. This is looking up by the 520 Fifth Avenue new development, which is a residential project. Seems to be significant traffic here on Fifth Avenue.
I told Eugene.
So I want everybody to look into this building here because it's very, very reminiscent of 130 William. I mean, look at how stunning that chandelier is. The thing that pops the most to me about this building is the windows. I'll go ahead and cross the street just so you can get a better idea how it looks. Now from here you're really going to be able to get a sense of what I'm talking about with just how beautiful those windows are. So this is a brand new development on the corner of 43rd Street and 5th. And if you pull up a photo of 130 William, you'll really be able to see what I'm talking about as it relates to the similarities of the project in terms of the architectural detail of the facade. Now we have a few moments before the train, so I want to try to get you guys as close as possible to the brand new 270 Park Avenue, which is the JP Morgan Chase office tower.
Grayson Allen, fuck that guy.
This is coming up to the corner of 45th Street.
Bark. That's called bark. Bark.
I see that posted.
It's Tops, the trading cards. I always really like this view of 30 Rock. You can see the big Comcast sign at the top.
Hey, אני הולכת איתך בשביל כלבה. You did it, he was the opposite of what you said. You said the
We're going to go up to 47th Street and make a right. And hopefully the spire at 270 Park Avenue will be fully lit up. Should be quite interesting to see. "47th Street, by the way, is New York City's Diamond District. And that is 270 Park. And it looks really great all lit up. This is the new headquarters of JP Morgan Chase. Let's see if we can take the brand new elevators because they made a direct access connection to Grand Central Terminal.
They always wear like these guys.
Let me know what you guys think of the architecture on the building. It was done by Foster and Partners. I'll give you a quick little New York City golden nugget here. Next time you're in New York, stop by this business, Phil's Stationery Office Supplies. It's a little mom and pop shop that's managed to hold on as corporate America has taken over. And it's a great place. I always get some stationery stuff at the beginning of every year so I could have it for my clients. And they have some really, really high quality stuff there. So check out Phil's Stationery.
I was trying to get an over.
And here we are, folks. We are now standing right outside of the brand new 270 Park. This is New York City's most eco-friendly office tower. All of the energy that is provided to power this building is 100% electric and produced completely from renewable sources, such as hydroelectric power. Now, at first, I thought the fake rock on the facade of the building wasn't really going to look good, but I think now that it's complete, it does look very, very good. And they're going to have this grass or the moss cascading down the facade of the building. And if you listen closely, maybe they turned it off, but this is a waterfall. I think it is off, but this will be a waterfall that will be in operation during working business hours. And then you have all of this nice green space and outdoor space that is open to the public 24 hours a day. So this is totally public space. And they have tables and chairs for people to come out, have lunch, unwind a little bit. Let me know what you guys think, because I was a little wishy-washy on the fake rock facade, but now that everything is complete, I think I'm going to backtrack a little bit on my thoughts, and I actually kind of like it. So perhaps I was a little bit too quick to jump to conclusions to make a judgment call on that, but I think now that you have the landscaping in, and as that grass grows in, it really does work. It really, really does. Okay, if you guys enjoyed that walking tour, feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as always, we will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.